Alright, let's finish up Good Fortune by Lego. This is set number 80117, contains 1,021 bricks, retails for $89.99, and this set was provided by the Lego Group for early reviews. So thank you, Lego. And remember in the last installment we did bags 1 through 4, which is in building guide number 1, which is this thing here. And you wouldn't really want to pick this thing up and move around. This is just tacked in there and all sorts of stuff. So it's just sitting on here. Remember this was kind of spinning around. I think we gave it a 9.8 just because this wasn't really fixed very well. But I'm pretty pleased with the build so far. And that was the only thing. We made a few errors. We fixed them, but it's nonetheless, it's an interesting build. Not something I'm totally interested in constructing, but it's fun to put together so far nonetheless. And then today we're going to be finishing this up with bags 5, 6, 7, and 8. And, well, let's begin. Let's build it, starting with bag number 5. We're building ourselves a little vase with some fruit in it. Alright, well, be careful opening up your bag. You have a bunch of marbles rolling around here. I hope they didn't fall on the floor. If we're missing some, then that's where they're at, so that'd be my bad. Just be very careful. Looks like these are printed. That's cool. You know what? These wouldn't be bad for bases, for vases, obviously, but umbrellas. Maybe a fancy outdoor restaurant. Maybe we can get a few more of those. Probably need about 10 for my style of building. Alright. And I see one of those marble pieces on the floor. Just be careful opening up your bag, because, yeah, you'll have a bunch of that. So it looks like this one here is going to have a lot of small pieces. So far we found some parts of the set being repetitious. Not too bad. And yeah, so we're going to get started now. Like a lot of this, except for these I've seen before. And yeah, you're going to have to build with some white again. If you're not a fan of white, you know, you may have to just kind of wing through this one here. And I just got done editing a review, which is the Beekeeper's House. And I'm still working on part 3 of the build installment 3. And right now, I'm just trying to plow through getting reviews done. So, yeah. And looks like we got a bunch of headlight bricks. They face this here. At least they're black. And start putting these over here. And, oh, I had somebody complain about a ticking noise in one of my videos. And it was one of those ones that I forgot to hit the record on the phone, so I just had to use the camera. And I'm like, bro, just take what you get. I mean, oh, it's bothering me. Sorry, this is not, you know, I remember I may just go back and recomment and say, why don't you send me about 15 grand? I'll buy all brand new video equipment. Dedicate it in your name, and then we'll go from there. I had that happen one time. I'm like, send me the money and I'll gladly buy new equipment and make better quality videos. You know what I got back for a response? Crickets. Nobody responded. He did not respond back at all, but a lot of people were thumbsing up my comment, and I thought, well, I mean, seriously, if you're gonna complain about it, send me the dough. You know, this is just a hobby. I mean, I may just might as well just make this a full-time job like everybody else does. You know, I mean, come on, it's amateur hour, you know. All right, now we got to make 2 of these. At least we only have to make 1 vase. We don't have to make 3 of these. And they stick these here. Yeah, with the hinge part facing up. So I'm just trying to catch up right now, trying to get a bunch of stuff. I also got one proofed. I just got to put the title and the thumbnail and stuff in there, and white pieces on a white table. But I'm trying to get a bunch of this stuff going today. And yeah, I'm still getting these rude comments through the holidays. I swear my block list starts filling up. And just, I don't know, I think Christmas brings out the anger in a lot of people. I'm the one that should be angry. I lost a parent over the year. And yeah, this is the first year without my dad. I won't be able to wish him a Merry Christmas. And what are you complaining? What's this guy complaining about a ticking noise in a video? Like, seriously. I guess to some, I mean, maybe he's not having a good year, neither am I, but I'm trying to enjoy the hobby here. I'm trying to find one of those hinge pieces, but I cannot find one at all. Oh, here it is. Yeah, also while I was doing between episodes here, or installments, I was outside cutting up old boxes and stuff. And today is the 23rd of December, 2024. Okay. And yeah, I was just kind of like, dude, it's Christmas. You're complaining about a ticking noise. Yeah, I already know about it. What are we doing? We're complaining about it. It's something that I can't do. Do you want me to go back, take the set apart, or not? Well, it was already put together. You want me to go back and reshoot that? Some people do that. And I don't. I'm going to have to start putting, these are impromptu videos just to see what happens. Put the definition of impromptu. Remember in school we had to do we always had to do impromptu speeches. You gotta be impromptu on it. You never know, because somebody's gonna catch you off guard. It's not like you're going for your dissertation defense or something like that you're preparing literally months, if not years on end. I still get nightmares on mine, but I prepared for it. Oh, it comes with dark red stud flowers. Oh, cool. Must be great for making holiday plants. Speaking of plants, what are we doing here? I think this is the base of it, but I don't know what we're doing here. What is this, huh? I don't know. Don't fall. Alright. Still trying to put all these berries over here. Make good balls if you're in a pinch, too. Yeah, in addition, I came up with a couple of new ideas for tutorials. I have the parts to build them. I just don't have the time right now because my time is invested in building sets. So I'm building somebody else's idea first before I can get to my own. So it'll be a while before I even get to my own stuff. And yeah, it's kind of a shame here. There we go. And we got to build two of these. So we'll need these here. We got that. Yeah, Jay, it seems like sometimes some people give you a hard time. Yeah, sometimes some people do. I think it's just how it is. You know. I've even seen some get pretty jealous over the Lego stuff. And, you know, it took me a long time to get into the ambassador thing. I started back in 2012, 2013. It took me about 8 years to really get into it. You know, it's not something that you can do quickly. You got to have an audience and a presence. You got to be known for Lego. And I'm known for Lego stuff. There we go. Not sure what this is for, but be careful. These are kind of hard to put in there. I think we should have put those on before we put the hinge in there. Just kind of wiggle them in place. All right. And then now you just close this up here, and then you stick these on. Oh, you know what? We can't. You know why? Because I forgot to add the rest of this stuff together. Whoopsie, see, I'm making mistakes, but that's okay because I'm perfect. Perfect people make mistakes. Make them all the time. All right. Huh? Oh, there we go. That's like, yeah. That's a nice design. I like that. It's pretty cool. And there we go. And now I think we can snap these on here safely. That's if I can get them lined up. So you may have to rotate them a few times. Try to keep the seam there. There we go. That's what it looks like. Too bad. And let's see here. I gotta go check on my video. Okay, I'm back. All right. Okay. Now we shove this in here. It's almost like a perfume bottle. It kind of looks like. Yeah. Got some. I think I need to bring some kindling into the house. I still got to do that, so I'll do that after I get done with this bag here. And then these go right here. So this just touches. Should look like that. And then now we're going to start building the plant parts. And hopefully none of those things rolled off or I won't be able to find them. I got plenty of them in red. So just be careful you open up yours. Like I said, we got to make 3 of these. So let's kind of get this going here. I think we got a little bit of botanicals in this one too. I did ask for botanicals. Seems like everybody likes those on here, so I may do a few more. And I've noticed, like I said, I noticed more older builders are on here around my age, so that's kind of why we're getting those and stuff. So that's why I'm trying to, you know. Okay, I think they go in like that. I don't know how critical it is. Oh, that just fell off. Be careful with that. I think that's how that's supposed to go. But, huh. You know, I think I built that wrong. Yeah, totally built this one wrong. There, now it's right. I don't know how critical it is, but I think that's how they're supposed to be in there, what I can gather. So you can't stick them the other, they won't stick in there, so you got to put the black friction pin in there, like that. That's what I'm gathering. Alrighty. Yeah, I'd rather be building a tutorial right now. Jay, you can survive. Yeah, I could, but it's just kind of want to explore my mind. It's like we playing Lego Fortnite. I wouldn't mind putting money into the game, but the game's got very strict limitations and it lags, and it's not worth it when I can play The Sims and get the same results. Instead of what are those guys called? The brutes coming after you. Got to worry about the land grab money thing where you go and pay your electric and water bill. And how many of these we just build one? One. Okay, I made a mistake here. There's only supposed to be 2 of these. Plants, I don't mind building. That's for my own stuff, but something like this, yeah, I mean. And we're going to talk about, now the build's going to go very slow. I kid you not, building plants, it goes slow. Okay, so we oh wait, no, we don't put that on there. It's the small little twig right there, like that. So it looks like that's what it's supposed to look like there. And then we populate it with the berries. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pre-make them. They say stick them on there. How many do we need? We need 7. So you leave some of the stems open. Now it doesn't matter where you put them at. So what I'm going to do is make 6 more of these real quick. And then we'll just proceed on there. Okay, not too bad, huh? Yeah, it's a pretty busy build here now. We were going pretty quickly through this. Now we're at a dead stop. Now we're just kind of cruising along here, and I'm just checking the camera, making sure nothing's overflowed. And of course you can always readjust these as needed. We have plenty more, so I think we're going to be building a lot more of these. Putting these on here is very risky. Make sure you're holding your breath. There we go. And then we stick that in one of these here. Let's see here. Let's stick it in one of these. Be very careful. This is one of these things where it's just going to wiggle around. Just shove it in there. Okay. Sorry, you really can't see a whole lot because now we got to build another one. So it looks like we're going to be doing a lot of stem searching today. There we go. Put that right in there. Get that snugged in really good. Yeah, but it's kind of funny that, oh, there's 2 and they're not 1. That some people do. Oh, that what an earthquake we had. There's some out there who literally will filter all the mistakes they made. And okay, we got a bunch here. Oh, wait a minute, that doesn't go on the top, but the short one does. And then now, that's what you're supposed to look like. And 7 more. It's taken a long time, and it's like I said, we're still working on just bag. What bag? We're still working on the same bag. That's right. And then let's start populating this now. It doesn't. I don't think it really matters where you put them on. Just stick them on there because you can always twist these candlesticks around and make everything kind of look more random. Okay, I made a mistake there. Let's pop that off. Do I have any more of those mistakes? At least I'm not going to hide them from you. I mean, I'm a straight shooter. I tell you how it is. If I make a mistake, I don't filter it out. That's just the name of the game here. And this one goes right in here. Doesn't matter which one, and you can do it like that. So see, now we're starting to get pretty good here. I'll be right back. All right, now we got another one of those to build. Hey, oh, I thought these were going to be stickers, but look, those are printed. Pretty cool. I don't know if I have those upside down or not. We'll find out when we get to that point. Yeah, the plants, though, that's kind of what's slowing me down here. This one here's got 3 candlesticks. Oh, there we go. Somebody went out the door. It's good having that ring thing, especially when you're running a business, because I'll have clients that'll come up to the door, and it works good for that. And then this, well, we're not missing any candlesticks as we just ran out. Remember, the little one goes on the top. If you have one extra of these, I'm sure that means you're not done, or you have just enough. Okay, now we got to start populating these on here, and I'm hoping none of those really ran off. So you got to make 7 more. So there's 21 of those in total. So if you're missing some, check your bags or check the floor, because these things like to roll around. And or if I'm just being kind of a klutz, and oh, I forgot to put this on there. Whoops. Oh, there we go. Oh, see? If you have extra pieces, just find out where they go. Sometimes the set will tell on itself. Okay. And this will be the last one. All right, let's see. And then we start putting these on here. Like I said, just kind of wiggle them in. Some people like building plants. I like building forest. And then there we go. You got 3, 2, and 1. And then now this goes in here. Now, okay, as I say, so pretty much if you're building this here, this is what yours is supposed to look like right here. Yeah, I would move the camera, but I don't want to have to move it 20 times. And then this snaps right in here like this. So builder 1, you know, it just depends. He's going to have to depend on all. If this has to be built before you can attach all this other stuff, so unfortunately. And then after that, we have to add stuff to the plant. So we're going to need to leave this here And I forgot to turn on the little ring light. Let me power that up for you so we can see a little better here. So now we got to attach some stuff here. And that's what I'm saying. Some people will just sit and they'll constantly move the camera around. I just don't want to bore everybody with that. I'm assuming that these are probably all built the same way. Okay. And we have a gold chain. I mean, if you really like these sets, they're cool. They got a lot of gold stuff in here. I'll make sure the stud is on like that. And then, there we go. And then the hollow studs are at the bottom. So, I mean, bag 5 is taking a long time, and you know why? I think because these are stud flowers. It's like those don't go in all the way, and indeed they're not supposed to. And after that, this goes down here. And one of those little dangly things. Like this. There we go. And it hangs over one of the berries here. So just rotate one of these around here. See, it's starting to come apart, and yeah, this is going to start getting to be really annoying when all the accessories are coming off. Trying to rearrange parts, yeah, it's going to be pretty irritating. Put that on there, like that. Let me raise this up for you a bit. So it just kind of lassos over one of these. And then we got to build another one here real quick. Well, now we know how to do it. Let's just hope I didn't get that on the wrong way. No, I didn't. So let me match the character set. What does this stuff say? I absolutely have no clue. If somebody wants to help me. We already know it says, we already know it's a good fortune thing, so that's probably what it says. And may the Swartz be with you, or the Force. Depends on what movie you've watched. May the Swartz or the Force. Okay. There's the second one. And then they have this one here on another branch. Right. Let's put this one right here. See, it's yeah, I'll be moving the camera around on this. Sorry if anybody gets motion sickness, but I have to do it. Like that. It's never going to look as good as this, but I think we got it pretty close. Alright, and then that's it for bag 5. That was pretty brutal there. And that's what we have remaining. That's not too terribly bad. Now we're going to move on to bag 6, and I forgot this guy right here. And let's slide that off to the side. That will have to be on a turntable. So my goal is to do a 360 spin tour, close-up tour, and then the review and opinion segment. We got a big giant bag, but we're doing the fan. Let me bring this back down here, because this will probably be an overhead shot most likely. Okay. Lots of small parts. But bag 6 doesn't look too fun yet, but we haven't started. I have a feeling a lot of these are going to be duplicates. So, well, let's just dive right on in here. Let me push this way over here. I'm going to start sorting parts out right now. If these are facing the other way, we'll do them like this. And I'm starting to get a lot more 1x12 plates. I'm finding more of these. Where's the other ones at, huh? There's some right there. Maybe we don't need a lot of those. Okay. And then we're looking for a Technic piece. So while we're looking for the Technic piece, I'm going to go ahead and start sorting now. It's black. Oh, I see it. Okay. And then we need one of these. I don't know if I have any of these in black. It's kind of a nice piece to have. Yeah, I've been cleaning off the other camera, so between parts 5 and 6, I was getting another video prepared and getting it ready now for, well, I'm setting up video clips to edit the next video, and yeah, we got some hinges, so set those there. Okay, there's this piece. So what I'm doing is I'm just slowly piecing this together until we find everything we need. There we go. Maybe it goes to that over there, we don't know. And I think it's critical the way this thing's facing, so just note that. That's what yours should look like so far. See, it start getting the stuff sorted out, it's a little easier to find everything. And so the book doesn't quite show you, but put those there. And then now we got the hinges. Okay. All right, let's see here. Alrighty. Well, at least we pulled all these out. We're prepared now. I'm hoping it's modular so we can speed this up instead of just doing one of these at a time. Of course, I already read ahead, so it's coming up eventually. You know, I was looking for one of these in red, and here it is. And tonight we are going to have bacon sandwiches for dinner. Isn't that yummy? I love bacon. Nice bacon. You know, if they say it's unhealthy, I still like it anyways. Yeah, these right here, if I can pick it up or if it's facing upside down, those are printed. Those are always cool to have. Let me see if I can get a better shot of that for you. Pretty cool. I mean, it's a nice set to put together with the family if you're interested in this type of theme. By all means, if you're not interested, then it's probably not something for you. I always look at everything positively, but sometimes I'll get sets where I'm like, I don't think so. We got some more hinges here, but that's a different type of plate. I'm looking for, well, I got a bunch of these gold leaf pieces. That's what I'm looking for. I don't know. Yeah, you can tell it looks like a fan, kind of. Just can't get the parts on it. So you can go like this right now, and it does a little bit of a breeze. But I wouldn't want to use that because it'd fall right apart and disintegrate. Kind of crumble apart here. You know what I mean? All right. Yeah, I hate to think we're building one of these at a time, but I see all the duplicates. I have a feeling we're going to be dealing with the duplicate ones here. And then after that, we put the gold leaf on here. It's got gold leaf. Okay. Okay. And we got to build 3 of something right there. So we're starting to do that. Okay, I'm glad now I read ahead. So let's do that now. And it's, I'm not going to lie to you, it's going to get pretty messy up here. So we're going to try to keep this as clean as possible. At least they give you some nice colors to look at instead of just white. Been working with a lot of white sets, you know, white parts. And then after that is the clips. Oh, there's more at the bottom here. You know what? I'm wondering if we're going to have to build 6 of these here. 3 of these. Wait a minute. I think there's a typo in here. No, it's 3. What's the difference? Oh, it's the hinge placement. Okay, you know what I'm going to... Okay, put that over there. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to come in and I'm just going to build both left and right hand sides. And we could breeze right through this real quick. Because, you know, you don't have to do this. But I'm going to do it anyways. That's why I think, well, we're doing this. We're doing one side. Wouldn't there be another side? So start pre-sorting a lot of your pieces right away. Because you're going to need to do this a good chunk here. So let's start setting these up here like they're in a chorus line. There we go. Put that right there. Ready to sing us a tune. Now, if you start pulling out your hinges, you're going to need those. And I always open my hinges up so I can distinguish them between a 1x4 and a 2x2 plate. Okay. And then that takes care of that. Now the next thing is to put the black clips on these. Okay. So the 3 that are closest to me here are going to be the ones I'm following from the book. Okay. Alrighty. And after that, we have to put the pointy things on here. Which is going to take some time. I may have to get up and check on, let's put the little ugly hole thing in the back. I'm probably going to have to get up and check here in a few minutes. I didn't know, trying to find a good place to stop on these, but it's a lot of little parts, but it looks like, oh, okay, I'm going to be building a 1,000-piece set, but it's mostly repetitious stuff. So when I get into doing the review, I'm just going to mention it. It is repetitious. This is just a very repetitious build. You're building the same thing, either building clones or mirrors. Okay. And after you do that, we have the hinges. This is the one I'm building from the book right here, and the other one says it's mirror. It's complement part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do it like this, and then I'm going to come over here and put them like this. Now, like I said, you don't have to do this if you get this model. Don't. And that's it. And now I gotta go check on my video. Alright, I'm back. Okay. Now we have to attach these on here. So hold it like this, and these go on the right hand side. And they go like this. Or just here's the best thing to do is to keep them straight like this. Okay. And for this side here, yeah, I think it's just easier to keep them straight. As long as these are at the bottom, and like that, and then they show this thing all bent. So just bend it like that. There you go. And then you got to build 3 of the reversed ones. Checking my work. And now we're at the point where it looks like that. Well, that's not going to keep you cool, right? Because it's not a whole lot of coverage here. And now we have to get some of the round plates. These. Ooh, those come in dark orange. I thought that was a nougat. Barely pick this up here and just tuck that right in there. You know, this thing's not going to be strong. I wouldn't try to pick this thing up and roughhouse with it by any means. There we go. I'm sure that this is all going to be joining here in a second or two. That's exactly what we're doing here. We're going to be building 6 of these. All right, so we'll slide that back off to the side again. Now we're going to have to do more stuff here. And it looks like we're grabbing these. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to set them up. Wrong ones. I kid you not. You got to do 6. So you can see right now I'm running out of space on this little workbench. So if you're doing this, make sure you have a big a workbench. Not like what Jay has. Make sure you have something bigger than this because you're going to need it. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad to hear, though, a lot of you guys and gals like these style of videos. So I'm trying to make these more of like troubleshooting and stuff like that. So that's why I try to show the, you know, like I'll watch these before I release them. And I'm like, oh, yikes, I see what some of you mean. So sometimes my hands are like this and you can't see what I'm doing. And I found out the 45-degree angle for the camera works the best. And I can't cover everything. You know, I can't just show everything. You know, sometimes I do have to cover the parts up. All right. And then after that, that's why sometimes I wish I had used my tablet, but that battery on that thing is dead. I got to charge it up. And then now we got to find 6 of these. And I needed these for another project in that color. Well, there they are, but we don't need the gold ones yet. We'll put the gold ones over there. We'll start sorting parts out right now. Stud flowers. Till we get to these. Yeah, more things. Got the stud flowers over here. Yeah, I mentioned pizza tonight. See if anybody want to go out for a pizza. And then, no, we don't want to go out for pizza. I'm like, okay. Staying at home it is. Yeah, my nephew's working full 8 hours today, 8 hours on Christmas Eve, and I think he's working 8 hours on Christmas Day. He doesn't want to do it, and I'm like, well, that's extra hours. That's extra money. I'd take up on that because Christmas Day, it's double time. I said, yes, it's like $32, $33 an hour, so I'd scarf that up in a heartbeat. When I was your age, I'd scarf up those holidays. Parents didn't like it too much, but you know what? It was extra cash in my pocket to put, you know, to fill up the car full of gas. I got to remember to put the stud flowers on here. But, you know, that's the problem. We've all had to work on the holidays. Why don't I have to work on the holidays? Is I've earned it. For about 25 years I've earned it. So now I'm building with Lego. And this is, even though this is kind of like a job, building this stuff is always a treat. It's filming, editing, sending it up to YouTube, making thumbnails. That's the job part. This is the fun part. Okay, now let's put these over here. Now we need the gold pieces now. It's pretty much one piece at a time on this, but you can read ahead and start just building whatever you see. Especially these round ones, so this could be a chore to get on. What makes these tough? They don't have the peg in the middle. They have those two little ribs. Sometimes those can be a bit of a chore. Imagine trying to make this and it's strong where you can use it in real life. Oh, I forgot to put one there. Oh, I found it. Okay, and now we got to put the green stuff on here. So let's start doing that now. And we don't care if these are straight because I'm going to straighten them out later on. So just start putting them here. And start grabbing pieces. Now what I can do is do it like this. Straighten up these bottom tiles. Just press it on the edge. Put my gold leaf on here. And then I'm done. I got one done. I got 5 more left to deal with here. Okay, so we'll just keep continuing on here until we get this finished up and dropping pieces on the floor. So I think the only thing that's going to hurt this set for a lot of people is it's repetitive. But it's meant to be a group build, so it's meant for you to spend with a loved one or a group of friends doing this. Or if, you know what, even a retirement home. I'm really surprised a lot of the retirement homes don't get their residents into Lego building. Because this would be a great project to just get out and just have fun. It's not going to come close to bingo night, but I think I played bingo maybe once. Some of those gals in there, boy, they get a little crazy on that. For me, it's like, yeah, they play for keeps, they play for money, I just play for fun. Okay, well, let's not do that. And then so it looks like the remainder of this build is going, well, this fan alone is going to be a killer. We still haven't got through bags 7 and 8 yet, so we don't know. But those, they don't look like they're that big, but there's a lot of small parts. So this may be, I hate to think I'm going to have to break this down to another installment here. See, it lines them all up. I forgot to put that one down there. There we go. Put your leaf on there. It's done. You got to make 6 of those. You see how long that took me there? That was a lot of work there to do that. And now we stick them on here. So now you're going to have to move all this again. And then now we don't have to worry about this thing kind of hinging around and moving around on us here. Just push those in. This is not really sturdy. I would not depend on picking this up with the little hinge thing. And just be sure to move that out of the way too. I don't want to be binding with that or anything like that there. So the hinges do work pretty good to keep them joined together. Now, what I'm going to do is take a closer look here and see if anything needs to be pinched. Some of these do. Looks pretty good. Let me get some more leverage here. There we go. And now it doesn't move, but see how flimsy this is? I would not depend on that at all. Not at all. And it looks like these are mirrors, obviously, so we're going to just go ahead and just treat it as such here. So we still got to finish up these. And I think the only difference is which way these are facing, but they're pretty much the same thing here. Yeah, my nephew only had 2 or 3 hours of sleep, and he had to get up to go to work. He was up playing video games, and he's up. Imagine being up, you stay up all night playing video games, and you got to work an 8-hour shift. And I'm just like, dude, you need to get some really good sleep. Like, I like to sleep. And oh, I can handle it. I'm thinking, well, okay, you're going to wear yourself out. You'll be too tired to even enjoy Christmas. All right. This booger here goes here. Just kind of hinge that in a bit. And so does this one here. See, we did all that. Flatten those down. Did all that, and now it kind of paid off. And then we take the hinge pieces, then we put them in the fan here. Now obviously this fan's not going to fold up. So they use these to fortify it. So this will be a lot stronger now. So now just take your hinges and set them right there. How many studs? Looks like they're two to three studs from here. You can see where they're going like that. See, that's really strong now compared to the rest of it. Just about done with this step here. And see, this is strong, this is weak. So hinge plates are really going to be your friend. Okay, that fell off. So far, I'm experiencing some brittleness in this set. So I'm going to say so far it's probably at a 9.7, 9.6. It's kind of brittle until you're done. Thing is, a lot of this stuff just feels loose, and I think what's going to kill this set is build quality. It's going to be kind of bad on here. Now, see, the leads are just coming off, so now it's starting to get to that point of things are getting kind of brittle, but now it's not too bad. And then the hubcap goes on here. Let's stick that right in there. Hides all that up too. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Looks kind of plain, but we only have one spear remaining. In case I'm forgetting one, but that's it. For bag 6. Alright, if you're not a fan of small pieces, you may not want to look at this one. I'll slide that off to the side there. And let's make ourselves a dinosaur neck, or we could use it for a leaf piece. Really, what have we done on this set so far? Where's the box at? What are we doing now? Let's see. We did the fan. It looks like we're not done with the fan quite yet. Okay, here's something here we got to pick. 56 or 76 for this. And I think in the one with the birds would be pretty cool. We'll do the 56. Okay, so you get to pick which one you want to do. You can't build both of them simultaneously, so you're just going to have to pick one. So we'll just do that one there. I think that's the one on the box. Yeah, the little blue jays or something. So let's just get going on that there. Let's start pre-sorting things. Yeah, you're looking at all these small pieces. Yikes. I know it's a lot of stuff to digest. We're going to have to do it. Jay, I don't want to do all those small pieces. Well, if you got this set, you can leave it plain. You can do whatever you want, but I'm going to have to follow the instructions here for the review. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do here is just, I want to do other things than work on this. I'm starting to lose interest a little bit because it's really kind of repetitive. It's interesting, but it's starting to get kind of, do I dare say it, was getting boring. So that's what my review would be at towards the end. It just started getting kind of boring. Okay. Got some of these egg pieces that are broken. Oh yeah, put these on a 32 by 32 stud base plate and put those in front of your roommate's door. He'll if he's really sleepy, he walks on those, it'll wake him right up. All right. And I'm only assuming that most people who watch these or know I'm kidding and are adults. All right, so I'm looking for, oh, we're looking for one of these anyways. So you can step on that. That'll wake you right up, huh? And then we only got to build one of these, so far it's not too bad. And then this goes right in the middle here. Just be careful how you pick that up. And you want this one on the top here like that. And yeah, with about a stud on the top, that's what it looks like right there. There's a stud right on the top. Right in the center. Okay. And then now, we got to do some greenery. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to bellyache. Let's just do it. Okay. And then now, shove that in there. Yep. Boys and girls, you are going to have to do Technic in this one too, so have fun. Jay, I don't want to do Technic. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard. And guess what? I got to do it. So we're both going to have to do it together. And then after that, stick your stud flower there. I don't think these are mirrored, because the other one's got blue jays on it here. Yeah, this one's got different shaft sizes, so by all means, this is not going to be mirrored at all. Okay. And then we got some of these medium nougat. They call them a handle with just a handle number 1 or handle number 2, just a bent thing that fits in there. Somebody's just talking so loud in the other room. It's like, yikes. Something about older people, they just yell on top of their lungs. Alright, so 2 of the brown hollow studs on these. At least the build is I would say for me as an adult, is average. It's not too fast, it's not too slow. So just take your time. This is something here you don't want to rush and get it done, because you'll just make a lot of mistakes here. And stick these in here. We don't have any of those berries yet. All right. After that, we got to, okay, we don't have berries, but we got to make 8 of these little flower things. Let's just grab them out of the big pile here. And you got to shove those stud flowers in there, and you're going to have to make those 8 times. So prepare to get your fingers raw here and achy, because you're going to be poking those corners a lot. So I'm just going to grab out of here Sometimes I wish I can talk about certain topics on these streams. You know, instead of sometimes I'm quiet, I'll think about something, thinking, well, I'd like to say some stuff, but then again, it would not be appropriate for this. But sometimes some things just rub me the wrong way, and I'm just, you know. Lego's really kind of enforcing the inclusion play. Everybody should be included no matter what. Sadly, some people don't do that, but as long as you like Lego, you're always welcome in our community, our Let's Build It community. Okay. And now we got to start populating everything here. Oh, and by the way, don't just shove these in there. Hold this like this. Put your thumb on top of that flower and just shove those on there. Because I have a feeling if you're not careful, that's just going to bottom out. Will I show you an example? No, because I don't want to have to use some 4 or 5 letter words for that. Okay. And then after that, the dinosaur head goes in here. Okay. And then after that, it's been crowned off at the bottom. Oh, what a pity. Now we bring the fan back into frame here. And we shove this right in this cross axle here. It looks like it goes all the way through, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold it right here, and I'm just going to slowly wiggle this in. I'm holding this down too, just because I want that to fly off. And that's it for that. And I need a break. Alright, I'm back, and now we are going to start adding things on here. I like these little 1x1 Technic beams, that come in handy. And then we stick this in here. Just really kind of find a good comfortable spot and hold on to it. And now we're going to be working on the other side here eventually. But you know what? Let's put the flower in this first. Sometimes I just toss it in there and just hope it goes in. Sometimes they don't. You got to give it another shot. There we go. And then you shove this right in the bottom. Like that. Okay. Now, by all means, I'm not an expert on this stuff, but this is something I like doing. You got to do one of those. It says make 3 flowers. Let's do the flowers first, because those are usually the ones that take the longest. So bags 1 through 4 weren't too bad, but bags 5, 6, 7, and 8, they're basically long. This was one I should have broken up into several installments. At least 3 would have probably been better. I didn't. Shame on me. And then now we come in here and build the stem here real quick. We've only done one side of that too. So remember, just take your finger, put it right in there, and just slip this on. Because if you don't, and you just shove this in here, this flower can come off. See? That's what I was saying. Don't do that. Keep your finger there and do it like this. Okay, see? Put your finger there and just plop it on. You don't want to have to do that a million times. And this one goes here. How do you get something like this in? I usually just kind of rotate it. But let's pull it this way here because it's easier to see. I'm just going to take my fingernails and just kind of wiggle that in here. I'm going to hold right there and just kind of push that in. There we go. Like that. Starting to look pretty good, doesn't it? Now we got to do that big ugly thing. So here we go again. I mean, we're only about halfway done here. It's going to take a while. But at least we are getting it done here. I don't have any Christmas sets to build. Lego doesn't send them like that, so whatever Lego sends me, I'll build it. But this is more of like just the New Year's festive stuff. So it's pretty close. Okay, now I just need to sit straight up here. Yeah, I knew the set was going to take some time. It's the biggest one that I have at the moment. And I'm trying to get done with editing things. So I kind of want to get, while there's very few distractions right now here, I'm just going to try to get the big ones done fast. And then after that I can start slowing down on the filming. So yours should look like that. And then start putting some of these over here. I'm looking for a clip here. Oh, there it is. And then the clip, you really can't see it here, but there's two rods that go in here. I could see this one, but this one here, it's like, it saw the two, and I was like, where does the other one go? Well, it just goes in there. I'm going to shove those all the way in until they bottom out at the bottom. Just push them all the way in like that. And, yeah. Okay. It's like, what am I doing? I'm skipping a step. Oh yeah, you don't want to skip steps on this here. You'll really be in trouble. Sorry for bumping in the camera. I had to pick it up. Yeah, I have to let everybody know because some are like, oh. All right, I forgot to put a nose cone here. After a while, my hands get a little tired of just building things all the time. When you're on a deadline, you just do it. I literally have I'm not even halfway done with all the set reviews that they've sent me yet. I'm doing 1 or 2 a day, but when you got about 50 or so that you have to do, it's just a lot of work to do. Now you got to crown these off with some hollow studs, the brown ones. And after that, you got to put your flower stems on. At least now we know we're getting to that point now where we're ready to make 1 billion of those. Probably going to have to make 9, probably more. Okay. We got to make 10. Yikes. Okay, well, we're going to have to get going on this now. Got 1 done. I keep picking those things up. I got plenty of this stuff here. Let me start sorting these out. I wish I could play some holiday music in here. Number 1, I can't do it because of YouTube, and 2, some people don't believe in Christmas. Kind of a shame. And 3, my little thing that I used to play MP3s on is dead. I can't fix it. It's all SMD components, surface mount parts, and when those transistors go bad, that's it. And I have equivalent to the old school transistors, but for something that's probably about $80–90 today is not really worth fixing. I'd like to get it fixed. It sounds really good. It looks like a tape recorder, but it just plays MP3s, and it's kind of useless when it's broken. So where's the 10th one go? Oh, it goes on that. Okay. So remember, put your finger in there and really hold that in. And then now we can proceed on with all these flowers. And I thought I saw something flash there. We don't need that right now. I've been cleaning off memory cards, but I haven't been editing a whole lot too. Because if I have to clear it off, I'll have to come in here and before I could finish, I'd have to pause, stop everything, and then come back, like edit some videos, delete them off the camera, then come back and resume where I left off. So I try to keep on top of it as much as I can. There we go. Got all those on there. Am I missing one? Nope. And then, just imagine building a whole entire tree like that. My goodness, it would take you forever. And then now we can put this on here like that. Okay. And we got to build 2 of the little birds. Okay, well that's not too bad. We can manage that. All right. So I don't know. We might get a few extra pieces out of this. I don't know. We'll see here. At least I'm glad I checked ahead of time. I remember watching an episode of The Walking Dead where Rick and his crew were they were at that prison. They were, I guess, hiding from the governor or whatever. And I remember in one scene that Rick brought back something for Carl to do, which was Lego. And he was not interested. He was interested in cleaning his guns. And I remember a fan one time had mentioned, Jay, it looks like Rick raided your Lego room. That's where all your Legos went after all that happened. I thought, oh, you're right, maybe so. Okay, we got black flippers. I don't know if I've ever seen these in black before. And we're going to need those next anyways. I've been getting a lot of these type of plates. Just hoarding those up here. Let's use those for the tail wing. Well, let's just throw them all over there because I'm just trying to survive this set. I'm getting kind of hungry right now, and I'm trying to focus on this, and it's just the little pieces are kind of deterring me from doing it anymore, working on this. Okay, so we take 2 of these. We go like that. Okay, something like that right there. That's what I'm gathering. And we got a reverse. No, that's the one we need. Okay, there we go. We got 2 of them. And there's 2 more you got to build for the other side. So let's just do those while we're here. Then we can put the wings on real quick. Okay, get the Blue Jays all assembled here. So yeah, it's a lot of small parts, and when I do the review, I will let that be known and just be like, if you're not interested in small pieces, this is obviously not the set for you. You know, even I'm not a fan of really small parts. You do need them from time to time, even on my stuff, but okay, and then we got to build the head parts. Okay. Not bad brick built birds. We're getting close. Look, there's not a whole lot of parts on the workbench. We're getting there. Hey, here, get this going. Up, put that in there. Okay. And then these go on here like this. That's what one of these look like. Not too bad, huh? There we go. And then now, these just attach on to these two things right here. So, be very careful. Whew. Got that one in there. And this one goes right here. I'm just putting my finger right here and I'm just going to snap it in. And then there you go. That's what that looks like right there. And now we attach the fan to the big thing in the back. And then let me pick up all the spare parts. This is what we have remaining. And yeah, usually you get these two for bag 7 and put those away. And then now we got to stick this in here. Remember, we got to be very careful with this. Right there. So we got to plug that in there. And you know what would be easier, so I'm not whacking stuff off? Right in the back would be better. I'm just going to grab it right here. Just going to shove it in there as quickly as I can. It shows it like this, but I'm whacking in here. Let me take a look. All right. Oh, wait a minute. We're technically done. Okay, so hold on. It shows this kind of cattywampus, but... Oh, wait a minute. You know why? This rotates. My bad. So technically we're done here. What do you do with bag 8? You would just use it for... There's an alternative build. Bag 8 does this. That's page 76. Let me go back and take a look here real quick, because they didn't... I don't think they even told us, or was I not paying attention? Okay, see, it doesn't tell you that bag 7 does this or bag 8 does this. And so bag 8 is blank again. And then you could just do these. Maybe we should have done this one. This one looks a little easier, huh? Well, we already did that, and you just put that on there like that. Okay? So... that's that. Okay. And what I'll do with bag 8 is I'm going to leave it in here when we talk about the review and just say I did bag 7, but bag 7 and 8. And the back of the box, it says models cannot be built simultaneously right here. So you have this or this. Too bad you can't build on the back side and you can just rotate it, huh? Alright, and that's pretty much about it. So, bag 8 just floats. You can decide what you want to do with it. I'll probably just take the parts out of that, but I'll save it for the review. Okay, now I want to start setting up. Let me get the turntable, because this is something that I'm not even going to try to even attempt to move around without a turntable. Now, how do I get this on here without breaking things? Huh? Well, what I'm going to do is take my plywood off the top and just carefully slide this on here. Let's see here. Can we do this? And then just right there. There we go. That makes it a lot better. Because I don't want to manhandle that and break something off in the review. Because most people are going to have it sitting on a shelf anyways. So, we already talked about the brick separator. I already have a spot that I can display this on. And yeah, let me readjust all this here. But it's a nice build. But it's also very repetitive. So if you're interested in this would be a really good set. All right, let me see what I'm doing here. Now, honestly, I'm going to. I was debating on doing a close-up shot on this, but you know what? I think we're going to do just that. I'm not a fan of doing close-ups from time to time. But for something like this, as big as it is, I got a better view right about here. See, now I got to back the thing away. So I think we're going to do a close-up shot of this. It would be warranted. It's got a lot of detail. If it was just a 3D sculpture, ooh, too many Lego sets in here. If this was just a 3D sculpture, I wouldn't care, but this thing's got a lot of good detail. Let me put the focus and frame here for you. And yeah, it's not bad. It's not really that bad. And then now I could just rotate this around. Here's the back. Not a whole lot back there. See how off I am right now? This thing's off-centered. So I'm going to bring this here a little bit like that. And I'm still kind of off, but then I just bring the whole thing around here. Okay, and that's what it looks like there. There we go. Yeah, essentially, it's very interesting. Now, this is something you would put on a bookshelf or an end table, but that would be it. You know, obviously you can tell there's no minifigures or anything like that comes with it, so it's pretty much what it is. But it is possible to build this by up to 3 people. I'd say one person could build this piece here. One person could build the lanterns, that's 2. But if you really think about it, though, the fan obviously is one there. The scroll piece is another one. I'd say up to 4 people. One person could build this stuff here. One person could build this. That'd be 2, 3, and 4. I think that's how it would be divided. Nonetheless, it's very bright and colorful for what it is. That was a pain to put together. My hands are tired. Well, let's jump into the formal review. Let's start with build quality, and honestly, this is just an average built set. Things seem like they're just spinning around. This just sits in here. It's very delicate, as well as some of the plant pieces and these lanterns. These are just tacked in. They can come off very easily, and this is just dangling on here, this whole scroll. So this is meant to just be set on a flat surface while you're building. So find something that you can put this on, like I have mine on a turntable. Transplanting it from my workbench to here, it was kind of risky, but I managed to get it on there. I just slid it on there. So build quality, I'd say it's probably average to fair with this one. It just depends on where you're going to have this displayed at. Build experience, it was okay as well. The thing with this set is it was repetitious. At the beginning it was fun. We were doing a lot of bright colors, a lot of big pieces, but towards the end of the build, repetitious mainly with the plant here and all this stuff on the fan. It got repetitious real quick. I was starting to get tired of it. It was a lot of work. And my hands just got tired of putting all that together. So, and in addition to that, it's a lot of small pieces. Now, if you don't like this model, this set does have another one that you can build. It comes in bag 8. One thing I wish that Lego would have done is had this right here reversible. So maybe one day they probably will do that. So you will have an extra bag of parts. It depends on which model. It doesn't tell you in the building guide. So bag 7 does what you see here with the Blue Jays, and bag 8 does this. But they cannot be built simultaneously, of course. So you'll have an extra bag of parts, like I did. Now, obviously, this set is merely a display piece. There's little to no play value with it. Dropping it in a Lego City is really non-existent. I don't see this being placed in a Lego City at all. Maybe the lanterns, but the rest of this is just meant to be a shelf queen. It's not meant to be put in your city. It's just meant to be admired. All in all, it's just an average build. My final score in the set is going to be a 9.5 out of 10, and mainly just due to build quality. Like I had said, you know, a lot of this stuff here is very delicate, and this thing here just sits in. You got to be careful picking this one up. And there's no play value. But there was no stickers to fuss with. The building guide was easy to follow, so that's good. And it was the right pace for an adult. Now, I think the set is rated for 9 years of age and up. And indeed it is, which is really good because that means you can build this with your family. And up to 4 people can build this set. So one person could build this piece right here. Another one could build the scroll, flower pot, and then the fan in the back. So that's really good. It's a nice collaborative build, so that's why this one also gets a high score because of that. All in all, though, I am pleased with the outcome, but the build was just a bit repetitious. But tell me what you think.